All right, what I got here is a 2012 Honda Pilot EXL. Seems like my mode motor went bad. What you're looking at is the brand new component. What this is gonna do is allow you to control the mode going from your face to feet to defrost. I started noticing that my car would no longer defrost the windows, and if I tried to change it over to the actual defrost or to feet or anything else, it would just be stuck on one setting. And for mine, it was just stuck blowing at my face. And for this one, I do have like the dual motor control, and you know, I'm still getting heat. The blower's still working, and I called up the Honda department after not really finding any kind of helpful videos out there, and their parts department had an actual former tech on the call, and he told me it wasn't the blender door, it was the mode motor. So we're giving that a shot. It's like $160. I asked them to print off a diagram so I could see what I was looking at, and the mode motor is actually circled there. So they told me this is the exploded view on the passenger side. And so what I did is I popped off the glove box in here to get to it. So you have a hinge located here. This is the screw for it. I just put it back so I didn't lose it. So there's a hinge here and a hinge here. You take those out. I think those are 8mm hex head, or you can use a screwdriver. And then you just pinch the door of the glove box itself. So if you imagine the glove box being here, you can push in on this tab here. Once it's opened, you push in, and it's gonna move the latch that's gonna hang up on this stud here on both sides. This is the other one, and then that'll allow the whole the glove box to drop down, and that's what I removed there. The next step was to remove the blower cover. This is the blower here, and all I had to do was just push straight down. There's like an automatic like a spring-loaded clip that latches here and here on the inside. So what those look like, that's one clip there, and that's one clip, and then you have these little fingers that stick straight out in the back. So you just have to push straight down on the cover and then pull out. And then the next thing I did was to remove the foot heater duct, because that would allow me to get access in here. I didn't have a whole lot of access to the to this component here. This is the brand new one, by the way. And so this isn't to be confused with the blender door actuator, which would be this component here. So we're looking for this one. So when I got in here, I noticed there was two, and let's see, this is really tight spot, so forgive me. I don't have the other motor installed at the moment because it took me a while to figure out how to pull it out. But this is your blender door, and so the mode motor sits in here, and this is actually one of the components that it attaches to. There's this actuator. So this arm here is where this finger fits into. Okay, and there are 3 screws. So when it sits in there, you have the plug facing upwards like so, and you'll have a screw here, here, and here. This was the hardest one to get to because I didn't have access to it. So backing up just a second, for the duct, heater duct, there was 3 screws that there was one that attaches up in here, and then there was a upper and lower screw. So there's an attachment screw right there for the duct, and then there's one up above it, which I had to go through this hole to get to. And you'll notice there's a pretty big cavity in here that's pretty hard to get to. So if you don't want to have to go hunting for parts, you might want to get yourself like a magnetic tray sitting here just in case you drop something, because I'm pretty sure I'm probably gonna drop that screw in there if I try to put it back in there somehow. So I don't want to lose it. And Okay, so then back to the mode motor itself. There's 3 screws, and what I used was this flexible arm that I attached to a drill bit that I had purchased on Amazon, and I just used a Phillips head to remove the 2 screws here. It's a Phillips head. It also happens to be a 7mm hex head, so that last one I had to use a 7mm wrench to get on there, and it's very, very tight space. I had to basically tuck my arm in there. There is a coolant, not a cool, I'm sorry, a Freon line right here. It's a metal tube and it runs all the way down to here, and it is not moving out of the way, and that really blocks your ability to get into that 3rd screw. It's so hard to maneuver in there. So yeah, you just gotta chicken wing your arm up in there, those tight quarters, and do it like basically 1/8 of a turn at a time. It is very painful. Let's try to show you another shot of it. Look at it from the perspective of the feet. So there's the plug itself that goes into the top of the motor. It's clipped in here, and so you have this. I can't get my mirror in here to point. Okay, so this white arm in here, this white finger right there, that is what fits into the channel of the mode motor itself. So it'll go into this groove, and then this finger here will go. Make sure it's pointing in the camera. Oh, it's not focusing. Hang on. There we go. Okay. Well, that finger will go here and here somewhere. And this was sitting up more like this. What I did initially from the start is I set my system all the way down to cold, like the lowest cold setting it could go. I think I saw on some other video to do that, so I'm not sure if that was the right thing to do or not. Seemed to work because when I pulled the old motor out and compared them side by side, these were in the exact same position. So why would that work if it is not working at all? It's like this would work some of the time, but most of the time it doesn't. So I think maybe I just got lucky. I don't know. But that's basically how you pull this whole thing out. And that whole thing just sits right in here above the blender door actuator. So it'll sit right in this vicinity, and the one below it is the blender door. So you don't want to get those confused. So you can actually see that from the diagram on here. This is number 15. Number 15 is the mode motor assembly, which will sit above number 17, which is another motor assembly for the temperature, right? So that'd be like the passenger temperature control. And I think there's another one on the other side, on the driver's side. So that's it. Hopefully this video helps you out. Good luck.